I told the judge to grant full custody of our son to my toxic ex-wife, exactly like she demanded. I didn't fight her lawyer, I just smiled, knowing her expression would shatter on Tuesday morning when she realized he was legally emancipating himself, leaving her with $0 child support and $40,000 in legal debt. Sarah never wanted Leo. She wanted the deposit. Every first of the month, $3,000 landed in her account, court-ordered child support, and every first of the month, it vanished into salon appointments, designer bags, and weekend trips. Leo wore the same sneakers until they split at the sole. He ate cereal for dinner 3 nights a week. He called me every evening, whispering from his bedroom so she wouldn't hear. Leo is 16, sharp and completely aware of his mother's priorities. He once told me, "Dad, she doesn't check my homework. She checks your payment." We had an unshakable bond built on 1,000 quiet phone calls and showing up to every game she forgot about. Then Sarah escalated. She hired a family attorney at $500 an hour and filed for full custody. Not because Leo wanted to live with her, because her lawyer said full custody meant increased support and forcing me to cover her legal fees. Her bill climbed to $40,000 in 4 months. She didn't care. She was certain I'd be paying it. One night, Leo sat across from me and said, "Dad, I don't want to be her paycheck anymore." I called a juvenile rights attorney the next morning and asked one question. Can a 16-year-old file for emancipation? The answer was yes, if the minor had income, demonstrated maturity, and a stable arrangement. Leo had a part-time job, a savings account, and a 3.6 GPA. He qualified cleanly. We worked in silence. No posts, no hints. Leo gathered pay stubs, bank statements, and a counselor's letter. We filed the petition in a neighboring county courthouse. The hearing was scheduled for Tuesday, 6 days after the custody trial. The custody hearing arrived on Wednesday. Sarah walked in like she was walking a red carpet. New blazer, fresh blowout, her attorney carrying a thick leather briefcase. Her lawyer opened with an aggressive argument painting me as uninvolved and Sarah as devoted. When my turn came, I stood. "Your Honor, I concede full custody to the mother." The courtroom went still. Sarah's face transformed into the widest, ugliest smirk I've ever seen. She squeezed her lawyer's arm. She thought she'd won everything. 6 days later, Leo stood before a different judge. He presented his income, grades, and savings with steady confidence. At 10:47 a.m., the gavel came down. Leo was legally emancipated, no longer a minor, an independent adult, which meant there was no child to support. My attorney filed termination of support that afternoon. By Wednesday, the $3,000 monthly deposit was permanently canceled. Friday, Sarah called, voice cracked and furious. "Where's the payment?" I explained simply. Leo was emancipated. Support was terminated. The custody order she spent $40,000 to win applied to a minor who no longer legally existed. Silence, then screaming. Then the line went dead. That Saturday, Leo loaded 2 duffel bags into my truck and moved into my house voluntarily, legally, as a free adult. He picked his old bedroom. I made him dinner. We watched basketball and said nothing about his mother. She spent $40,000 to win custody of a paycheck. The paycheck walked out 7 days later.